Whirling Assault Martial Artist is now even better, and you can do any juiced maps without looking at the map mod. Endgame bosses will melt like nothing, while you only holding down one single button. You can just stand still and face tank majority of endgame bosses as well. What's up guys, Pidget here. The boss damage and clear with this build is just insane and so satisfying to look at, and also pretty safe as well thanks to our tonkiness. So the boss damage, as you can see guys, literally any boss is melts under seconds. And if you look at the map mods, majority of the time is very hefty mods as well, like extra damage, critical damage taken, or increased maximum life, resistances, penetrates, and so on. All of the random and very dangerous modifiers, but this build easily can take down these bosses as well. And luckily we don't need to look at any map mods, and that means you just literally just all can going every single time till you filling up your whole atlas, and then later on you can just exalt the maps till 6 mod and then just put in and just complete the maps pretty damn easily. I done many maps like that already while I was trying to get a lineage support gem. And also the clear is just once again one button holding down your holoform and it will cost your Whirling Assault, and then basically the map itself will completing it. To make the build more comfortable, we don't want to press Mana Flask. To eliminate Mana Flask, we need to fix our mana sustainment. There is a few ways and cheap ways as well to do that. First, there is a unique Mana Flask that you can use, the Laviana Spirit. This Mana Flask cannot be used, so this is perfect for us, and it will provide you the Mana Flask effect continuously, so you will have much better mana sustainment. Passive 3, you can take the Conservative Casting, that will provide you a lot of mana cost efficiency, and also the small nodes as well will provide you mana cost efficiency and a little bit mana regen. Alone this is almost enough, but we will need to use the Well of Power Anointment that will provide us 5% of our maximum mana recovered when you consuming a power charge, and also you getting critical damage bonus as well when you consuming a power charge. With all of this you can just literally stand still and just channel your holoform and sustain your mana without an issue, and just complete any boss fight, any content in the game that you want. Let's talk about the items and how you can achieve the true one button play style. So first, the staff guys. So on the first look on this staff, you would not say this is an insane staff or anything, but it has a lot of extra kill chance and also plus to level to all attack skills, which is very strong combination with that one. Even if your weapon weak on the fist damage side, you can use a weapon like that because the plus levels and the crit chance will overweight the physical damage. So this staff is already better like a 700 fist DPS staff without levels or critical hit chance, because the build is scaling critical hit chance. So this is why I preferring a higher critical hit chance quarter staff. I'm using the quarter staff, the Farul of the Hunt, so this will provide you 50% increase attack damage against rare or unique enemies, and also I'm using a perfect iron rune for more physical damage. The gloves is still Locotina Caress unique gloves. Basically this is providing you, the power charge generation, frenzy, and endurance charge. Very nice item, and also scaling with your levels, and it's currently providing me a lot of survivability as well. The helmet, I'm using energy shield base helmet because this is providing us a lot of energy shield. So look at this, if I removing it, you can see this helmet provide me 1.8k energy shield and also tons of resistances. Pure evasion boots still, because I need evasion, and also honestly evasion and deflection rating together goes very well in 0.5 because they changed how the formula is working. So now it's providing us so much more damage reduction and evade chance as well. On the body armor, I still using a very hefty body armor, 1.4k evasion and 400 energy shield with a little bit resistance and also deflection rating on this bad boy. And I'm using a belt, I get a new belt as well, so this is providing me now chaos res as well, fire and lightning resistance. This is a very disgusting belt. I just looted this one and then I desecrated the life on it, and now I have pretty a good amount of PS resistance here. And the rings, I'm using here item rarity ring because honestly my damage was feeling pretty damn good, so I figured it out, why not just add a little bit item rarity and a little bit more life on this one. And on this one I'm using a fist damage, a little bit more item rarity, and also this is a gold based ring, so basically more item rarity, and also this is providing me mana regen as well. On the amulet I'm using a pretty disgusting amulet with increased evasion, maximum energy shield, and also global armor, evasion, and energy shield, and +2 level of all melee skills, and tons of attributes, resistances, absolutely disgusting amulet. Now I want to talk about the mana sustain, because that is a very recurring question, how you can mana sustain like this. So I just standing still in my hideout, and you can see my mana is not running out really that much. And also on maps I have much better mana sustainment because of the Well of Power anointment that is providing us increased critical damage bonus if you consume the power charge recently, and recover 5% of maximum mana when you consume a power charge. We consuming a power charge every 0.70 second, so basically that is a pretty damn good sustain for this build. And also I'm using the Laviana's Spirit Unique Flask. This is literally providing us a lot of extra mana regen. As you can see here in the character tab, this gives me 30 mana regen, and also my base mana regen is 73, so that is total 103 mana per second. And if you're combining with the Well of Power, this is how you can easily sustain it. Don't forget to allocate the conservative casting, because this is a very important node and many people was forgetting you need to take this one. I know guys, this is not giving you damage, I know, but if you're running out mana, you're not dealing damage. Simple as that, right? And now the passive tree, honestly the passive tree is changed a slightly bit, because I'm not allocating here the attack damage ones, I allocating the crit damage bonus, because I have a very huge amount of critical hit chance. And also I allocated, by the way, the shimmering, so now we're getting a tiny bit of movement speed and also increased evasion as well, and faster start of energy shield recharge rate. That is pretty damn good defensively, and also honestly you run faster as well. And the ascendancy, honestly I don't want to really just repeat the whole ascendancy, because this is not get changed. You can see what I'm using. I only want to mention the Runic Meridians, because this is a very recurring question I getting is this one daily. So basically I'm using on the helmet slot cold resistance rune, in the body armor I'm using reduce effect of curse on you. I'm using here the rune of recovery. I'm using here Storm Rune for lightning resistance, and I'm using 5% increased movement speed in the boots slot. And basically this is my Runic Meridian one. The skill gems, guys, so basically as I mentioned, this is a one button build, although if you really want you can increase your damage with one single button for a very little button press, the rend on boss fights, and basically this will provide you 50% of damage gained and extra lightning damage. And the holoform links, I'm using Whirling Assault with armor break free, heavy swing, blindside, and mobility. And the mobility, so while you channeling, you moving so much faster, because if I removing it you will see how slow my character, right? So this is very slow, and this is why I'm using this one. Although on big boss fights, like big pinnacle boss fights, you can swap out the mobility to version 2, so you will deal more damage up to 40%, because you will channeling your skill continuously, so you will deal more and more damage. I'm using on the holo focus, magnifying area, blind 2, cooldown recovery, maim, and life leech free. I'm using here blind, so we can trigger the blind side that is providing us more critical damage bonus and more critical hit chance against blinding enemies, although our ability cannot blind, so that's why we need a blind source. And I'm using life leech free because, guys, on while you mapping, you're not full HP, right? You can get like bleed or poison, and then that will bypass your energy shield, and your Killer Instinct will turn off, so you will not deal 40% increased damage, so this node would be considered dead. But with this node, you can, with this support gem, you can just sustain back easily that one while you mapping. We're using here free Spirit Gem with Ghost Dance, charge regulation and wind dancer. And using here cooldown recovery 3 on the ghost dance, I'm using a clarity 1 on the charge regulation. On the wind dancer I'm using blind 2, also a little bit blind, so sometimes things is not blinding, so or wind dancer will immediately blind enemies when we take a hit. And also I'm using rage here as well. When you take a hit, you will hit with your wind dancer, and that will provide you rage. That is honestly kind of usable little extra damage source, so it's not that insane, but it's good for a boss fight or while mapping. So now guys, the build is truly one button, so basically you can have very nice mana sustainment, instant amount of damage, you can ignore literally any map mods. I was doing maps without just looking at the maps, I was just arcing and throwing it and not considering it. This is dangerous. Can I run this? Can I not run this? This is breaking my build or not? Literally nothing is breaks the build, so basically I can do very easily absolutely juice maps as well, although I still need to complete a lot of extra quests because there is a lot of things to do in the endgame in 0.5, and I cannot wait to see for the very juiced maps. Till then guys, I hope you enjoyed this Whirling Assault Monk build update. If you have any question, please leave a comment below, or you can find me on twitch.tv/Pridget2. Thanks for watching, I was Pridget, see you next time.